Hi, Vittorio. Are you working overtime today again?
Oh, hi Loretta. Sorry, I was just about to contact you and tell you myself, you see. I'm currently busy right now with the project I'm working on, but one of our team members says he can't work overtime today, so it was decided I would take his place.
That's what you say. But in reality, you're just so bad at your job that you have to do overtime to finish, right?
I don't think I'm that bad at my job, but...
Anyways, you're going to come home late today, right?
Yep. Judging by what I still have left to do, it'll probably be past 10 when I get home.
Is that so? If that's the case, then I'm going to leave the house and leave you the divorce papers.
What? The divorce papers?
I want to get divorced with you.
What are you suddenly talking about, Loretta?
Sorry, but I've already decided that I'm going to divorce you.
I'm telling you, what in the world are you talking about? I'm trying to ask why it is that you want to get divorced. It feels like you suddenly splashed a bucket of cold water on my face, so explain yourself.
You see, I got proposed to by my boyfriend.
What? Your boyfriend?
Yeah, today was our 1-year anniversary. We've been going out for a year now. We went to a restaurant with a nice view of the city at night, and that's when he said that he wanted to get married to me. To be honest with you, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I had already decided that I would get divorced with you as soon as he proposes to me.
Hold on, Loretta. This means that you cheated on me, right?
No, it's not like that. This isn't cheating because we love each other from the bottom of our hearts.
Oh, so you're going to use that excuse if it's not cheating, if it's true love?
Huh? What in the world are you talking about?
That's what almost everyone who cheats says when they're caught. They don't like how the word cheating sounds because it makes them seem like they did something wrong, which in reality, they did. But they deny it by saying that it isn't wrong because it's true love or whatever.
Huh? What's your problem? Why are you suddenly just accepting that I'm divorcing you? You're not even a little mad that your wife got stolen from you by another man?
Well, to be honest, I do feel a little shocked, but you just told me that you're cheating on me a bit too openly. So I kind of feel calm and a little exasperated. I mean, I guess this also means that I didn't really love you anymore. And I was just kind of living with you because you were my wife. I didn't realize it now, but you opened my eyes with this news of yours.
Is that so? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I don't care what you think anymore, because I found someone so much better than you. You can do whatever you want from now on, for all I care.
That's so. Well, I'll ask you just in case, but you're not going to tell me later on that you actually don't want to get divorced when you were the one who asked for it, right?
Of course I won't. You see, my boyfriend is highly valued at his company and is soon to get a promotion. Unlike you, he isn't as useless to be told by his company to move to their subsidiary company as a demotion after your current project is finished.
I'm getting demoted. Where did you get that information?
You said it yourself, right? That your company was telling you to move to the subsidiary company once you were done with your current project?
That just means I was chosen to be one of the founding members of our new subsidiary company. It doesn't actually mean that I'm getting demoted.
Shut up. Unlike you, my boyfriend is both handsome and competent. And he's headed straight for a promotion. If you want to get back together with me, then you have to get a higher position in your company than him.
It seems like you've got no intention of listening to what I actually have to say.
Yep, I don't. I heard that truly competent people never work overtime. But you, on the other hand, are so incompetent that you work overtime almost every day. Not only that, but you're going to be moved to a subsidiary company once your current project is over. Someone like that doesn't deserve to be my husband, no matter how you look at it. I don't want to have to listen to a piece of trash like you.
I don't deserve to be your husband, huh? Well, now that I think about it, I seriously don't understand why you think so highly of yourself. I mean, you can't even support yourself with that salary you earn from that part-time job of yours. Anyway, I still have work to do, so I'll end our conversation here.
What? So what if I don't earn enough money to support myself? I only got a job in the first place because you kept complaining about how I just laid around all day. It's not my job to support myself in the first place anyways. It's yours as my husband. You're just so incompetent that you can't even earn enough money to do that. My new boyfriend, on the other hand, is different. Once we get married, I'll never have to work a day again in my life and do whatever I want all day.
Yeah. What makes you think I wanted to hear all that? By then.
Vittorio? Hey, I still have more stuff I want to tell you. Don't just go. You're going to agree to divorce, right? At least answer that. Vittorio, this is why people always call you incompetent. Hey, you didn't turn in the divorce papers yet? But I want to get divorced with you as soon as possible, though.
What? I mean, it's not like you can just immediately marry this boyfriend, you know?
I know. It's a law that I have to wait at least 100 days after I get divorced until I marry him, right? But I want to finish that 100 days as soon as possible. Which is why I also want to get divorced with you as soon as possible. Come on, don't you even get that? Seriously, you're incompetent not just with work, but with stuff like this as well. Jesus, you make me hate you more and more by the day.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any progress until you tell me who this guy you're cheating on me with is, right?
Huh? It's none of your business. Why do you need to know who my boyfriend is anyways? You can't tell me what to do now that we're divorced.
We're not divorced yet, you idiot.
What? But you're just too afraid of losing me and won't turn in the divorce papers. Please just hurry up and turn in those divorce papers. Oh, and could you leave that house you're currently living in?
What in the world are you talking about?
I mean, the location of that house is perfect, right? I just can't let go of such a comfortable place to live in, you know. Not only that, but you're going to be single after we get divorced, right? You don't need an apartment that big with 3 bedrooms, a living room, and a dining room.
Well, that's true, but this is a company-owned apartment, which means that you won't be able to live here once we get divorced.
Why not?
Because you have to be family of a company employee to live here. Seriously, can't you even figure that out for yourself?
Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to make you take all the stuff you left lying around here as well.
That's not going to be a problem.
Why is that? I mean, you just work a part-time job that has nothing to do with my company, right?
I'm not going to tell you why.
Huh?
Anyways, you're going to be leaving that house, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. I'll be single after we get divorced, so I'll have to leave this apartment, since one of the conditions of living here is that you're going to be bringing in family with you.
Alright, then that means that either way, that house is going to be mine.
Huh?
Never mind. Just turn in the divorce papers for me. That's the last thing I'm going to ask of you.
Hey, Loretta. I just turned in the divorce papers earlier.
Oh, so you finally turned them in. Jesus, it took you 2 months. Seriously, 2 months? Why didn't you turn them in sooner? Did you think that if you delayed turning them in, my feelings might change and I would cancel the divorce? Wow. I guess you really are incompetent from start to finish. You see, a truly competent person wouldn't just wait around, hoping for something to happen. They would set things into motion and make it happen themselves.
Anyway, I also found out who you were cheating on me with.
Huh?
His name is Benedetto Barone, right? He works on the same project as me and we're on the same team.
What? You found out?
Yep. Benedetto also works for me at the company. I'm his boss.
You're his boss?
Yeah, I'm the project leader. And Benedetto is just a regular member of the team with no special positions.
No way. But he told me that he was your boss at the company.
Well, he did always complain how he had to work under me while I was younger than him. He was probably too proud to admit to you that it was actually the other way round.
What?
The reason I found out that it was Benedetto is because you've been giving me hints as to who it was from time to time.
What? Did I really tell you that much?
Well, first of all, the way you always say I'm incompetent. Well, you see, Benedetto always calls me that as well for some reason, even though I'm his boss. You've been spending time with him, right? That's why you probably picked it up from him. You see, I don't know whether you're conscious of this or not, but it was bugging me how for some reason the two of you were so alike.
Is that it?
No, I have more evidence. The day which you mentioned the divorce to me was also a hint. You see, on that day, Benedetto ignored the work he had to do and went home at 5, instead of doing overtime like he was supposed to. By the way, that's why I had to work overtime that day. Not because I was so incompetent that I couldn't finish my work in time. So, I asked one of the other employees about it, and apparently he was going to propose to a girl he's been going out with. That's when a few hours later you texted me saying that you wanted to get divorced with me, since you got proposed to by your boyfriend.
Huh? But that could all just be a coincidence, you know?
Well, that's true. There's data saying that in Italy a couple gets married once every 50 seconds. I guess the number of proposals is a bit lower than that, but it should mean that it still happens at a similar rate, right?
Yeah, so stop talking like you know for sure who it is. You don't have any concrete proof it's him, do you? I know you probably want to make him pay an alimony, but too bad.
But I'm not done.
What? You still have more?
It was our conversation about the company-owned apartment that made me certain it was him. I said that you wouldn't be able to live in this house anymore once you get divorced with me, right? But for some reason, you were talking as if you would be able to live in this house after you got divorced. That must mean that whoever this was you were cheating on me with was an employee at my company.
Huh? Did I say something like that?
After that, I hired a detective agency to find out who it was you were cheating on me with and gather evidence. At the same time, I hired a lawyer to handle the divorce.
Huh? A lawyer? Don't you think that's a bit of an overreaction?
Even you know that you have to pay an alimony if you cheat on your husband, right?
Well, yeah, but Benedetto said that he is going to be promoted soon and be given a larger salary, so he's going to pay for my alimony as well.
Benedetto's getting promoted. Where did you get that information? Oh, never mind, you heard it from Benedetto himself, didn't you?
But I heard that Benedetto was going to be given a managing position at the subsidiary company you were going to be sent to as a demotion.
What? Not only is he not going to get a promotion, but he was fired, you know.
He was fired?
Oh, let me explain first. First of all, you seem to think that I'm getting demoted when my company says that they're relocating me to a subsidiary company. But in reality, it just meant that the project team that me and Benedetto were part of is going to become its own subsidiary company. You see, the employees who were asked to join this project team were basically receiving a promotion.
A promotion?
Yes, provided that they didn't mess up while working on the project, like Benedetto did. Oh, by the way, I became a department head starting from today.
Huh?
You see, as the subsidiary company was started today with our CEO as the project owner, your Benedetto, who you love so much, wasn't there.
But he told me that he was headed straight for a promotion.
He was lying to you. On the other hand, what I'm telling you right now is the truth. Besides, he was fired before the subsidiary company even took off.
What? Why was he fired?
If you'll allow me to borrow you and Benedetto's words, it's because he was incompetent.
Huh? He was incompetent?
You see, the only reason he was asked to join this project team in the first place was because he stole the work of other employees and made it seem like it was his own.
What?
It looks like he was talented at sucking up to his superiors and stealing others' work to make it seem like his own. But once he actually joined the project team and had to actually work, he was completely useless.
But he said himself that he was headed straight for a promotion.
Maybe he thought that just becoming a member of a major project like this was guaranteed to give him a promotion later on. But too bad for him, I guess. Because whether you get promoted or not depends on the work you do while you're actually a member of the project team. It looks like Benedetto didn't understand this, so everyone in the company's evaluation of him suddenly dropped. Not only that, but we found out about how he had stolen others' work in the past. So he was ultimately fired.
Vittorio? If what you're saying is true, then I don't mind getting back together with you.
And why is that? Didn't you tell me yourself that you weren't going to try and get back together with me in the future?
Yeah, but that's because I thought Benedetto had a higher rank in your company than you, which is why I went with him in the first place. I mean, you got a promotion, right? On the other hand, Benedetto was fired. I can't just marry an unemployed person, you know. I think the best option for the both of us would be to just go back to our old lives. Why don't we just forget all of this ever happened, shall we?
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why? Because I don't want to get married to an unemployed man.
But I'm too incompetent, remember? I'm so incompetent that I can't understand a word you say, so all I can say in return is, why?
Stop joking around.
Why?
Seriously? You're still going to say that?
But you haven't answered my question yet. If you have no intention of answering me, then I think I'll just go now.
What do you mean, answer your question? What kind of answer should I give you?
Well, I guess you'll have to talk to my lawyer from now on. Unlike me, he's very competent, you see.
Vittorio!
Oh, and I sent all of your stuff that you left here to Benedetto's apartment.
What? No way.
Well then, bye. Immediately after this, my ex-wife Loretta tried barging into the company-owned apartment that we used to live in, but I had already moved at the same time the subsidiary company was launched. It looks like Loretta didn't think of this though, and so she repeatedly rang the doorbell and banged and kicked on the front door. Eventually, someone called the police on her, and they had to come take her away. Luckily for her, she got off with a warning. But because of this, Benedetto found out that she wanted to get back together with me, and so they got into a huge fight. That's when the alimony I asked from them arrived. Both of the alimonies, the one I asked from Benedetto and the one I asked from Loretta, arrived on time at a later date, being paid up front. But it looks like it was enough to completely use up both of their savings. Not only that, but since both of their parents had cut ties with them, they had no choice but to continue living with each other. Loretta now works multiple part-time jobs, supporting Benedetto, who is finding it difficult to find a new job. Apparently, they constantly have fights every day.
Missy, hello! How have you been? What are you doing?
Why are you contacting me? What do you want?
Brr, it's cold! Why are you so cold to me?
Let me ask you this. Is there any reason why I need to be civil towards you?
You're funny. We're childhood friends. It was my wedding yesterday and you weren't there. I missed you.
Excuse me? I can't believe you just said that. After marrying my fiancé?
You know that's incorrect. He's your ex-fiancé, remember? Stress on the ex.
Be quiet. The nerve of you contacting me? What is this about?
You didn't come to my wedding yesterday, so you couldn't see just how happy we are. So I thought I would text you to let you know.
Let me know what?
That Ricky and I are very happy. Because you, Missy, Ricky, and I met, and I'm the happiest woman in the world.
I never asked for this information.
Oh, don't be so mean. If you weren't in my life, Missy, Ricky and I would never have gotten married. I'm so grateful to you, Missy. When you introduced me to Ricky, your then fiancé, I was able to meet the love of my life.
You really are the worst. You kept pestering me that you wanted to meet him, so I had no choice. But you had planned to steal him from the start, huh?
You are so paranoid. Love is mysterious. We never know who Cupid's arrow will poke. It's not my fault that you happened to meet Ricky before I did. Ricky and I love each other so much. Our pasts don't matter.
If you want to think of it like that, go ahead. I thought it was low to steal your childhood friend's fiancé and then marry him, but now I don't care anymore. As long as you were happy, right?
Oh, you don't need to worry. We're super happy. After all, Ricky is super hot, plus his family is wealthy, and he works for a super prestigious company. I have no complaints. In fact, I can't imagine anyone with higher socioeconomic status than Ricky. Thank you, Missy, for giving me such a great guy.
It's not like I gave you Ricky, but I don't care anymore. Go be happy, whatever.
Come on, let's be honest. Deep down, you're super upset, aren't you? You can be honest with me. You don't have to pretend. So spill. Are you sad? Does it hurt?
Honestly, I don't have any feelings left towards this anymore. It happened 6 months ago.
There's no way you can get over this in 6 months. After all, this super hot, high economic status guy is no longer with you. There's no way you can say you don't have any feelings. You're such a bad liar. And no matter how hard you try, you know you can't be happier than me.
Blah, blah, blah. You can say whatever you want. But if there's nothing else, can I go now?
I don't like your tone.
Oh, there is something. I don't think you know this, but before you entered the scene, Francine, Ricky and I were thinking of breaking up.
What? No way. There's no need to lie.
No, seriously, we had ended our engagement and weren't sure whether to continue being boyfriend and girlfriend. It seems Ricky decided to swap me for you. Aren't you happy?
I don't know why anyone would want to break up with a great guy like Ricky. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I know you don't want to admit you lost such a great guy to me, so you're rewriting what happened, right? You know that makes you even more pathetic.
If that's what you want to think, go ahead.
Then let me make you jealous.
What?
Guess where I am? I'm at the airport. We're on our way to our honeymoon. We're off to the Greek Isles for 2 weeks.
Lucky you.
Are you being sarcastic? Just because you can't take such an extravagant vacation, you don't need to be rude. It is really unattractive.
Tell me, Francine, have you met Ricky's parents?
Of course I have. Ricky took me over when we first got engaged, and we spoke at the wedding, too.
Other than that, have you gone out for lunch or something with his mom or anything?
What? No, I haven't seen them other than those 2 times. Why are you asking me this?
I see. I should have told you this earlier.
What are you talking about? Don't beat about the bush. Spill already.
Ricky was really careful this time. After all, this is where he messed up with me.
Missy, what are you talking about?
He must have deliberately kept you and his mother apart until the wedding.
That doesn't make sense. I told you I've met her twice. I think she's really nice. A great mother-in-law to have. I don't know how she was with you. If she was awful, I'm sure she was awful only to you. After all, she's wonderful to me. She must have high standards like me.
That's not what I'm talking about. Of course she was kind to me as well. But she was all over her son, with her son Ricky acting the same. I knew things would be difficult if I married Ricky.
What? Seriously? I don't understand what you're saying.
It's fine if you don't understand. As long as they didn't act that way around you, it should be fine. The reason I broke off our engagement was Ricky is a super duper mama's boy.
Mama's boy? That's news to me.
Just as I thought. I'm sure he kept it hidden this time, as it was the reason things didn't work out with me.
Hidden?
Didn't you know that if Ricky doesn't get married by the time he's 30, his parents will disinherit him?
Really?
It's true. He only has a few months before his 30th birthday, so he must have been really desperate. I'm sure he would have married anyone who seemed normal and was easy to handle.
That's a really mean thing to say. We are childhood friends after all.
I hate to break it to you, but that's reality, and that's all I have to say about that. I think it's not going to be easy on your honeymoon and living with Ricky and his parents. Good luck.
What are you talking about? Honeymoons are fun. I'm not concerned about the stuff you said, Missy. I'm going to enjoy my life with Ricky.
That's a great attitude to have. But it is strange. I never thought you would be the type, Francine, to go on your honeymoon with your mother-in-law.
What? Stop with all these cryptic texts. It's our honeymoon. Of course it'll just be the 2 of us.
I don't think so. There's no way Ricky's mom is not coming. When Ricky and I were still engaged, she clearly told me. It made me change my mind about marrying Ricky.
You're kidding, right?
Why didn't you ask Ricky? You're with him now, right?
No, we're meeting each other at the airport.
Wait, didn't you just get married yesterday? But you're already spending time apart?
He said he wanted to spend some time with his family, so I spent the night alone in our hotel room.
Isn't that strange?
Now that you mention it, wait, I just received a text from Ricky. Of course Mom is coming with us. I can't believe he texted me that. What's going on?
Like I said, there is no way Ricky would travel overseas without his mother. Even at work, he refuses to go on any overseas business trips. I heard a rumor from his colleague that he told his boss my mommy won't allow it.
I didn't know that. Plus, he never told me we're going to live with his parents.
Did you ask him?
He texted me that he never intends to move out of his parents' house. We never discussed where we'd live, but I never imagined we would be living with his parents.
His parents' house is really large. I hope they weren't expecting you to be their housekeeper or anything.
Why are you saying such ominous things? I'm sure it'll be fine. If push comes to shove, I'm sure Ricky will choose me. We really love each other.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
When I asked him why I had to spend our wedding night alone in the hotel, and he texted me back that he wasn't at his parents' house, but spent the night in the same hotel with his mother, and he got me a separate room while we were in Greece. That isn't normal, right?
Oh my, he really is a mama's boy. In the world of mama's boys, I have no idea what is normal or not. No comment.
Don't laugh at me. Why didn't you warn me? You should have told me. It's your fault I'm in this mess. If you really thought of me as your childhood friend, you would have tried to protect me.
Do you think a childhood friend would make a play for a guy I'm dating and end up hooking up with him? That doesn't sound like a friend to me.
That may be true, but...
So at that point our friendship ended, at least on my end. For me, Francine, you aren't my childhood or any type of friend.
Please don't say that. I see Ricky and his mother waiting in the departure lounge. I'm hiding in the restroom. What should I do? But I don't want to get a divorce, at least not yet. Ricky's a really good catch, you know?
If you really think so, maybe you should try living with him and his mother.
Really?
Well, he is a good catch. You have to admit his financial status was important to you. You kept harping about his socioeconomic status.
That's true, but...
Well, then that's settled. Even if the family treats you like a housekeeper, you'll be known as a wealthy wife to the outside world. Good luck as a housekeeper.
I can't believe it. I was so looking forward to our honeymoon in Greece. Oh, why does it have to be the three of us? This sucks.
It's your own fault for not asking before you got married. But your biggest mistake was that you stole your friend's fiancé without confirming all the facts first, right? Oh, I forgot, ex-fiancé, right? I'm so happy I didn't go through with the wedding, and I'm able to enjoy my life as a happy single woman. Have fun in Greece. Ricky's mother found Francine hiding in the toilet and dragged her out. Ricky and his mother chalked up Francine's behavior as post-wedding depression, and the three of them went on their honeymoon. But Francine was treated as a third wheel on the honeymoon, and ended up making dinner reservations for Ricky and his mother, took pictures of Ricky with his mother, etc., making it a honeymoon from hell for Francine. And when they returned from their honeymoon, Ricky's mother had arranged all of Francine's things to be moved into her house, forcing Francine to live in Ricky's parents' house. Once in Ricky's parents' house, she was again treated as an outsider, with Ricky more concerned about his mother than his wife Francine. Apparently, Francine and Ricky have separate bedrooms. Francine's parents have borrowed money from Ricky's parents, making Francine feel obligated to stay married to Ricky, though she really wanted to get divorced.